Archangel Michael says that in a world full of shadows, the truth is often hidden in plain sight. Today, something unimaginable was caught on camera, something that should make everyone take a moment and reflect. When surveillance cameras roll, sometimes they reveal things that are better left unspoken, but there are moments when the hidden truths must come to light, and today is one of those moments. This is not just about crime, not just about surveillance, it's about something much deeper. Surveillance footage captured a scene that no one could have prepared for. What was happening next door went unnoticed by everyone, except the keen eyes of those who were watching, as the cameras captured the events unfolding. It became clear that something unusual was in play. What do you think you would do if you saw something shocking right in your own neighborhood? Would you simply turn away, or would you seek the truth no matter how hard it may be to swallow? This is not your ordinary story of something happening behind closed doors. What was discovered goes beyond just a crime or an accident. It taps into something much darker, something that might even rattle your very core: the images that were recorded on the police surveillance cameras have been shared worldwide, and now the world is watching. What exactly did the footage reveal? Who is involved? And why is it so terrifying? Before we go deeper into this story, make sure you're sitting down, because the reality of what's next is hard to digest. The footage that surfaced isn't just shocking, it's a game changer. It reveals an unexpected twist, a turn of events that no one could have predicted. The police have taken the necessary steps to investigate, but still, many questions remain unanswered. One thing is certain: the next-door neighbor's life is no longer the same, and neither is anyone else who witnessed the unimaginable. At first, the situation seemed trivial, perhaps even mundane. It was just another day in the neighborhood. But then the cameras picked up on something that stood out, something unusual that made the officers pause. With each frame, the gravity of the situation deepened, and the sense of unease spread. The truth, once hidden, is now being uncovered piece by piece, and the people involved are starting to realize the consequences. Archangel Michael says that when we are faced with moments like these, we must remember that the world is always shifting. What seems impossible can be reality in the blink of an eye. These events have brought about a whirlwind of reactions, some filled with disbelief, others with fear. It's important that we stay vigilant and aware of what happens around us. Each step we take could lead us down a path we never expected, and every action has a ripple effect. As you sit here watching this unfold, think about what you would do if you were the one seeing this footage for the first time. How would you react? What would be your next step? Would you share it with others, or would you keep it to yourself? These are questions that everyone who has seen this surveillance footage is now facing. It's not just about curiosity, it's about responsibility, and how we as a society handle the unexpected. The footage isn't just something to watch, it's something to understand. What's happening in that neighborhood is just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface, there are layers of complexity that are waiting to be uncovered. The more we learn, the more we realize that there is so much more to the story than what is initially seen. It's like peeling back the layers of a mystery that has been hidden for far too long. After all, we live in a world where everything is connected, even if we don't always see it. The things we overlook, the things we assume are unimportant, often turn out to be the most critical. And in the case of this surveillance footage, what was ignored by many is now impossible to ignore. What was once a quiet, peaceful neighborhood has now become the site of a chilling revelation. As we dig deeper into the footage, we begin to see patterns emerge. This isn't just a one-off event, this is a culmination of a series of actions that have been building over time. Every detail in the footage paints a clearer picture of what is really happening next door. The question now is, how long have these events been occurring without anyone noticing? How many more secrets are out there waiting to be uncovered? But there's something even more chilling about this situation. It's not just about what happened, it's about what could happen next. The revelation in the footage could be a catalyst for even bigger events, and it's already starting to ripple out into the community. People are talking, sharing their own experiences, and wondering if they too have witnessed something similar. The once quiet neighborhood is now abuzz with speculation and concern. It's easy to think of such incidents as rare as things that happened far away from us, but as we've seen with this footage, the truth is closer than we think. The police are already investigating what was caught on camera. But what they find could lead to even more questions. Could there be others involved? Could there be more to this story than anyone imagined? Archangel Michael says that we must stay vigilant and aware, for the truth is always out there, waiting to be discovered, in moments like this. When the veil is lifted, we must be ready to face what lies ahead. It's a call to action, to not just stand by and watch, but to understand, to seek justice, and to learn from what has happened. We cannot afford to turn a blind eye when the truth is right in front of us. This is why it's so important to share this story, to make sure others are aware of what's unfolding. The more people who know, the more we can ensure that the right actions are taken. By spreading the word, we help bring attention to a situation that demands our attention. This is about more than just a neighbor, it's about all of us, our safety, and the way we engage with the world around us, as we watch this story unfold. One thing becomes clear: nothing is ever as it seems. What happened next door might have been just a quiet moment at first, but now it's a wake-up call for everyone. We can no longer afford to ignore the signs or look the other way. We are living in a world where the unexpected can happen at any moment, and we must be ready to confront it. Now, I ask you to take a moment and reflect on what you've just seen. Think about the implications of what was caught on camera, about what it means for the world around us. If this can happen in a quiet neighborhood, what does that mean for the rest of us? Are we truly aware of everything that's happening right next door? As we move forward, let's remember that this is just the beginning. The surveillance footage is only the first step in uncovering a deeper truth. The investigation is far from over, and the journey toward understanding is just beginning. But one thing is certain: what has been revealed is only the tip of the iceberg, and there is much more to uncover. Archangel Michael says that as we seek the truth, we must do so with an open heart and mind. We must be ready to confront the reality of what is happening around us, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. In times like these, we are called to be brave, to stand together, and to face the unknown with courage and resilience. Only then can we truly understand the significance of what has been revealed. Archangel Michael says that moments like this are rare. What is unfolding right now is bigger than most can imagine. In your own backyard, a high-profile investigation is taking place, and the shocking truth is about to come to light. As you watch this, think carefully. Are you a part of it? Are you unknowingly involved in something that could change everything? A major investigation is unfolding, and it's taking place close to home. Police and federal authorities are combing through the details, looking for answers that many didn't know existed. The stakes are high, and there's more at play here than you can see. What exactly is going on, and how is it connected to you? Let's take a deep dive into the facts. Because what's happening right now will leave you speechless. This isn't some ordinary investigation. What's happening is of such magnitude that it's shaking the foundations of what you thought you knew. As the police and authorities close in on key suspects, the true nature of what's been happening right next door begins to emerge. Archangel Michael says that this is a wake-up call for all of us. We are all connected, and events like this remind us of how deeply intertwined our lives are with the mysteries that surround us. It started with a small clue, a simple piece of information that no one thought was important at first, but as the investigation progressed, it quickly became clear that there was something much bigger happening. Authorities began to piece together the evidence, slowly uncovering layers of deception. As each new detail emerged, it became more evident that this was no ordinary case. It was something far more complex. This wasn't just a local issue. It was something that could affect an entire community. Archangel Michael says that we must pay close attention to the signs. Sometimes, the most unexpected things can lead us down a path we never anticipated. In this case, the investigation didn't just start with the police. It started with you, with your actions, with the people around you. Without realizing it, you could be connected to what's happening, and this story will challenge everything you think you know. Make sure you're watching carefully, because this investigation has many twists and turns. The people involved are not just ordinary citizens. They have connections that span across networks that most of us never even think about. As the investigation deepens, the stakes continue to rise. Are you ready to face the truth, no matter how hard it might be to accept? By the end of this, you'll see how the smallest decisions can have far-reaching consequences. The investigation has already turned up multiple shocking leads, each one more revealing than the last. As the authorities continue to dig, they have uncovered connections to people who have been living under the radar for years. What they didn't expect was how quickly everything started to unravel. As the investigators close in, the tension continues to grow, and all of this, every piece of the puzzle, is unfolding closer to where you live than you ever imagined. Right now, you're just one step away from discovering the truth. The investigation is still in its early stages, but the evidence that has been gathered already speaks volumes. As the authorities get closer to the people involved, they are realizing just how far-reaching this case is. This isn't just about a single individual, it's about a network of people who have been hiding in plain sight. The truth is starting to unfold, and it's more terrifying than anyone could have guessed. Every person involved is a part of something bigger, and you, too, may be unknowingly connected to this investigation. Archangel Michael says that this is no coincidence. What is happening around you is the result of a much larger design, and you may be closer to the heart of it than you think. At this point, you're probably wondering how all of this ties together. What could be the connection between you and the investigation happening near you? The answer lies in the relationships and events that have been set into motion. Everything is linked in ways that we cannot always see. What might seem like an isolated incident is actually part of a larger, more intricate web. The authorities are doing everything they can to piece together the puzzle, but you might hold the key to unlocking the final piece. As the investigation continues, more details are coming to light. People who were once thought to be innocent are now being linked to the case. Secrets that were meant to stay hidden are now spilling out. What started as a quiet investigation is quickly turning into something that everyone in the community is talking about. The shocking part is, this investigation is about to reveal things that will change the way you view everything around you. Right now, this case is becoming bigger than anyone imagined. It's no longer just about the authorities trying to solve a crime. It's about uncovering a hidden network that connects many people, including those you might know personally. The connections are far-reaching, and they've been under the radar for so long, but now, the truth is starting to surface. Archangel Michael says that the time for silence is over, and the world is about to be shaken by what is revealed. If you think this doesn't concern you, think again. You may not know it yet, but you could be involved in ways you never expected. Sometimes, the people we least suspect are the ones closest to the heart of the matter. As the investigation continues, you'll start to see how the pieces of the puzzle fit together. The truth will become undeniable, and when it does, everything will change. Archangel Michael says that we are all part of this greater plan. Whether we realize it or not, everything that happens around us is a piece of the puzzle, and right now, we're all being called to witness the unfolding of a greater truth. This investigation is not just about finding criminals, it's about uncovering something much deeper, and as the truth is revealed, you'll understand how everything is connected. How your life is intricately tied to what's happening right now. By now, you might be starting to realize that the investigation is closer to home than you initially thought. It's not just about people on the outside. It's about the community around you. You might know someone who's involved, or you might be unknowingly connected to the events that are unfolding. The truth will come to light, and when it does, it will shock you. You'll never look at your surroundings the same way again. And now, as we approach the final moments of this investigation, everything is beginning to unravel. What started as a simple investigation has now become a full-scale operation. The authorities are zeroing in on the people responsible, and the consequences are far-reaching. But the most shocking part, the truth is more powerful than anyone could have predicted. Archangel Michael says that when the truth is finally revealed, we must be prepared to face it with courage. We cannot run from what's happening around us. We must confront it head-on. The investigation is almost at its conclusion, and when the truth finally comes to light, it will be unlike anything you've ever experienced. Are you ready for the truth, as you sit and reflect on what's been uncovered? Remember this, sometimes the most unexpected things happen right next door. This high-profile investigation is just the beginning of something much bigger. The world, as we know it, is about to change. And you've been a part of it all along. Take a moment to appreciate the importance of this moment and stay vigilant, because the truth is closer than you think. Archangel Michael says that everything we think we know is about to change. Something has been uncovered right in your neighborhood that will rock the foundations of everything you believe. The investigation is ongoing, and what the police have discovered is unlike anything anyone could have predicted. As the pieces of this shocking mystery come together. One thing is clear: the world around you is not what it seems. The truth is much darker, and it's coming to light now. A routine investigation turned into something far more disturbing than anyone could have imagined. What seemed like a simple case has turned into a full-scale police operation that is quickly gaining national attention. As law enforcement digs deeper into the evidence, they've uncovered things that were meant to stay hidden. What's happening in your neighborhood is no longer a quiet issue. It's a crisis that has everyone talking. The shockwave of what's been uncovered is about to hit, and no one is prepared for what's next. The police never expected this investigation to take the turn it did. What they found wasn't just a crime scene, it was something that sent shivers down their spines. As the investigation continued, the pieces of a larger, more complex puzzle started to fall into place. People who were once seen as neighbors are now being questioned, and the more the police uncover, the more unsettling it becomes. There's no turning back from this moment. What was hidden for so long is now out in the open. Archangel Michael says that there are moments in life when the truth rises from the shadows, and we must be prepared to face it head-on. What the police have uncovered is far more than anyone could have anticipated. As the investigation unfolds, new details continue to emerge, and each one reveals something even more shocking than the last. It's clear that there are more people involved in this than anyone could have imagined. The investigation has already exposed connections between seemingly unrelated individuals. What was once a quiet, peaceful neighborhood is now at the center of a terrifying mystery. The more the police uncover, the more it becomes evident that this situation goes far beyond what anyone thought was possible. As each new detail emerges, it's like peeling back layers of a hidden truth that no one was prepared to see. You might be asking yourself, how could this happen so close to home? The truth is, these kinds of things are often closer than we realize. The police have uncovered a hidden network of individuals who have been operating right under the radar for years. What started as a small, isolated event has now become a large-scale investigation with serious implications. As the investigation continues, it's clear that this isn't just about one person. It's about a much larger web of secrets that have been buried for far too long. Archangel Michael says that when the truth is revealed, we must face it with courage. It's easy to turn a blind eye when the truth is uncomfortable, but what has been uncovered in your neighborhood demands attention. This isn't just an isolated incident. This is a sign that something bigger is unfolding. As the police get closer to the heart of this investigation, the consequences for everyone involved will be far-reaching. What happens next will change everything. What the police have uncovered is just the beginning. As they continue to investigate, more shocking revelations are sure to come to light. People who once seemed innocent are now being linked to the case, and the more the authorities dig, the more disturbing the facts become. Each new piece of evidence brings them closer to the truth, and with it, the realization that no one is safe from the fallout of this discovery. Right now, your neighborhood is at the center of an investigation that will have long-lasting effects. The authorities are working tirelessly to connect the dots and uncover the full scope of what has been happening in your community. The truth is coming to light, and it's clear that there are many people involved in this situation. As the investigation deepens, the connections between individuals, events, and hidden networks are becoming clearer. This is not a coincidence. It's a carefully orchestrated series of events that have been building for years. You may think you are safe, that this doesn't concern you, but the truth is, you may be closer to the heart of this mystery than you realize. The people involved in this investigation are not strangers. They are part of the very fabric of your community. As the police continue to gather evidence, the full extent of what's been happening in your neighborhood